So we're the RPMS how-to crew. Today we're gonna give you a little introduction on how to set up a chessboard. So in chess, we have 16 pieces, okay? There's 8 pawns, 2 rooks, some people call them castles, 2 knights or horses, 2 bishops, 1 king, and 1 queen. All right, the object of the game is to surround the opponent's king so that he cannot move. That's called checkmate. So what we're gonna do now is just briefly explain how the pieces move. Stop. So first up, we're gonna show you how the pawn moves. So the pawn can only move forward. It can move forward 2 spaces on its first turn, but every turn after that, it can only move 1 space forward. When a pawn wants to attack, he can only attack diagonally, like that. So if I had another piece here, I could not attack this one. Cut. This right here, this is the rook. The rook is a really powerful piece. It can move side to side or back and forth any number of spaces. So a lot of times the rook is doing damage from the back of the row, but it's a very important piece and you want to make sure to protect it. Cut. So this piece is the knight. The knight's special because it's the only piece that can jump over other pieces. So let's say, for example, I had a piece here and a piece here. The knight can jump over both of these pieces, and the knight moves in an L shape. And the way that you can remember how it moves is with a simple phrase, which is 1, 2, turn. 1, 2, turn. 1, 2, turn. So he can do that in any direction. So the knight has visibility. He can see and attack 8 different squares that surround him because of the L shape that he moves in. The bishop is another important piece. Unlike the rook, it cannot move side to side or back and forth. It can only move on diagonals. And when you start the game, you have 1 dark square bishop and 1 light square bishop, and they will always remain on the dark and white squares respectively. Now the bishop is really cool because a lot of times your opponent isn't going to be looking at him. So for example, if I had this setup right here, the bishop is all the way in the back, and my opponent might decide, oh, I'd like to move here, not knowing that there's a sniper waiting in the back to grab him. So the bishop is a really good piece to low-key snipe your opponent's pieces away. We have the queen. Now, while it's not the most important piece, that's the king, the queen is by far the most powerful piece. The queen can move in any direction, whether it's side to side, back and forth, or on the diagonals, any amount of spaces it wants. The queen controls the most amount of spaces on the board, has the highest visibility, and a pro tip with the queen is you don't want to take her out of the back too early, because then she's going to become your opponent's #1 target. So you want to wait until the board clears out a little bit before you decide to bring her out and finish the game. So the most important piece is the king. Now the king is not a piece that you want to lead an attack with until the very end of the game. The idea with the king is to keep him protected by the other pieces. If you can control what's around the king, you're in control of the game. Okay, now the king has very limited movement. He can move in any direction, just like the queen, but only 1 space at a time. So the pro tip for the king is don't take him out until you absolutely need to, but at the end of the game, he's a powerful weapon against what's left on the other side of the board. So join us for part 2, where we're going to explain how to set up the game and begin the game.